Mr. Vice President, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for being out here.
Thank you. How's that Buster had a wild exchange this morning?
Well, that was actually a little bit of fun. The fact is that we had a great bus tour. We've about 660 miles.
Looks like his head's been superimposed on.
Had a couple thousand people.
Look at this line.
But that's what people are telling us, that we're watching CGI, that it's masks, that it's
Damn.
makeup, that something's going on.
You've made the argument.
Well, I think they...
I just want to show you that the other guy has a weird shadow too.
You can then bring things back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's going on? What?
Economic agenda.
Oh, maybe that's just the shadow. It's some weird lighting. Yeah, he's got it too. It's like
including propaganda about
it throws things off that the other guy's got it too.
Well, I don't know.
Well, how do you get lighting like that? That is so weird.
Yeah, this is weird.
And I think a lot
It's
of
like his head has been superimposed. Look at that.
Enormous pressure.
It doesn't make sense because
Or maybe he has a sun. Maybe he put a bag over his head, then went out naked and got a suntan over all his body.
and then look at how young the neck is.
Better than Abraham Lincoln.
The tan neck is so much
And so I
younger.
think there's going to be a lot of people who are going
It's so weird.
It's like the little double chin part hangs so low and so elderly, and then it turns into a young neck.
Some of the things on your tax
What the
And with that guy, it looks like it's the shadow of his shirt. With Biden, it does not.
Yeah, it almost looks like a tan line, and his head has not been in the sun, but the rest of his body has. Yeah, that's weird.
Bad presidents.
But I mean,
There was a Mad Magazine cover where Alfred E. Newman's in the shower, and the only part of his body that has a tan is where his around his butt, like he went out in public. Only that part exposed.
in his defense, on the side of the neck here, where you see a couple of wrinkles that come down, the wrinkles do blend in here on the side. Yes.
They blend in, but the lighting. Do you think that's? Oh, it's makeup. I think that's makeup. They put pancake makeup on it,
No
like a
way.
clown.
They're just gonna end it in a little V at the bottom. Come on. No.
What is that? That's clown makeup.
No.
It's like he's dark skinned, and they put on. This is before he became president because they called him Mr. Vice President. But what about the footage today where his hand went to the microphone? Can you find that?
It could go higher.
Oh God, let me try.
It was on C-SPAN.
40% basically.
Try looking up C-SPAN.
We'll pause this. This is just
Yeah, try
This
C-SPAN.
one freaked me out for a second, but that is a deep fake. So.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Go to C-SPAN. That's where we saw it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm recording, so let's get to C-SPAN.
Oh.
But C-SPAN had the footage. So you got to type in C-SPAN and Biden. Yeah, so you had heard about that?
Oh, people post pictures of that interview all of the time,
Uh-huh.
but it's very misguiding. In a picture, people think that it's a mask.
A mask.
That it's a line of demarcation. But on the video, you get a completely different perspective.
It's either makeup, weird lighting, or, yeah.
Or
I
some
thought
kind
maybe
of editing that is.
they've done something with a computer to mess with
You
it.
need to stop doing weird stuff.
So C-SPAN, Biden, and then he's leaving for, he's about to get on a helicopter. They're probably not going to have it up. Pull it up on your phone, maybe. Nah, they don't have it.
I think I should type an interview.
No, that wasn't an interview. It was where he was getting on a helicopter.
It's so weird to see him young.
Yeah.
Insults voter about his IQ.
Oh, yeah. Put that on.
What a jerk!
What law school did you attend, and where did you place in that class? And the other question is, could you quickly, I
think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect. I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. The first year in law school, I decided I didn't want to be in law school and ended up in the bottom two-thirds of my class. and then decided I wanted to stay, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I won the international moot court competition. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only need 123 credits, and I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
Well, I can say one thing. I think just in my own time, I'm not questioning your IQ at all. I'm just saying that with the people that we have elected to office in recent years, I think that we have to question their credentials very solidly.
Well, I think you're right, Frank. But you know what I find kind of interesting? It seems to me if you can speak, you're at a liability in the Democratic Party anymore. It seems to me you've all become heartless technocrats. It seems to me that you forget that what happens is we have never as a party moved this nation by 14-point position papers and 9-point programs. It seems to me that when we got involved in the civil rights movement, Frank, nobody asked Martin Luther King what his legislative agenda was. He marched to change attitudes. When the women's movement started, it did not move with a constitutional amendment. They marched to change attitudes. And this party better understand full well that it's about time we change our attitude and we begin to change the attitudes of Americans about what their responsibilities are to the poor, about what their responsibilities are to other people, and about what our responsibility in the world is. And that requires changing
He's grown
attitudes.
some hair since
But Frank,
then.
I promise you'll see my 15-point plans and 19-point position papers, and you'll be able to make a judgment when Gary Hart and I stand there. Who knows more about foreign policy, Gary or me? And when you see that Dick Gebhardt and I stand there, you'll be able to make a judgment whether Dick Gebhardt or I know more about economic policy. But ultimately, Frank, this country needs a leader, and leaders change attitudes about people. And it's the ironic twist that in the wake of Ronald Reagan, that the only one thing he knew how to do was the one thing that is now being the currency of which is in fact being devalued so much.
But he didn't. He had to get out of that election because they found out all the lies. In fact, most of what he just said were lies. He was not at the top of his class.
And then he had to apologize, and he did it angrily. He didn't do it sincerely, and he said, it's not the first stupid thing I've done, and it won't be the last.
Right. Yeah, if you could just find that footage, I'll stop it, and maybe we could find it.